All right, first of all, good morning to all of you guys. Today is the 22nd of February. All right, good to see all of you once again. How many of you today? Now I have 34 of you now online. Okay, pretty cool. I believe there'll be more later on. So today there will be a lot of economic 101 sharing. Okay, that means that lesser chart, a few charts are okay, but then not as many as usual, but more of the economic side itself. And of course, I will also be going again dabbling with some other extra special stuff with you. Now, of course, some people like it, some may not like it. It doesn't matter to me. My objective is very clear, right? Is to basically send messages to all of you. And of course, if you like it and you appreciate it and you benefit from it, I'm very happy for that. But if let's say you don't benefit out of it and you find that this is a bit disturbing, you don't like that, I mean, I can't help it but to say just sorry and we just move on, okay? All right, so let's just begin this morning MAO right now. Let me share my screen and we shall begin. Okay, let's just make sure my things are all ready. This moment. All right, here we go. Okay, this is the 22nd of February, Monday morning MAO. All right, guys, it's as usual. Now, today, this morning caption is move over a fat lady. Now, of course, please accept my humble apology. I'm not actually saying anybody's fat, but you know, fat lady actually means that about the lady supposed to be on an opera and supposed to sing, and then this is being used as a metaphor for people to tell you that the market itself may be coming down. So I realized that, right, I got a great caption for you today is about Cassandra. Okay, now, of course, people have been following me, is that right? You do know that I did mention this lady, Cassandra, okay? But of course, not many people know that what is the relevance here. So later on, I'll explain to you this Cassandra, all right? Okay, so anyway, end of the day is this. I believe that this particular lady is in town and she, again, I quote, she's sharing a lot of stuff recently and I think you should really take advantage of this and see whether or not, right, you can actually, you know, take benefit out of it. All right, who is Cassandra? You will know very, very shortly. Okay, no worry, let's just begin. Okay. So, how many of you remember this movie? All right, how many of you watched this movie? All right, come on, let me know how many of you watched this movie. Let me see how many of y'all, if you watch this movie, tell me how many times you watch this movie, how many times? All right, how many of you? How many times have you watched this movie? Now, for me itself, right, I easily watched this movie 5 times. Easily 5 times. Now, first of all, this is always the replay lah. This movie Troy is always replayed, all right, on Netflix, all right. Always, I mean, also replay on this HBO. So yes, oh, high five, Colin, high five, Richard. Okay. Wow, you went to the real Troy, Gerald. Wow, cool. Okay. So I watched this movie 5 times. It's really not because anything else, but I really like the war scene when they were fighting. All right. I mean, honestly, that was what I like. And of course, I cannot deny that Brad Pitt looks really good in that movie. All right. The ladies wise, okay, you know, I think it didn't captivated me, but I like the whole movie feel. And I think that the one that really draws my attention is this Trojan horse. All right. I think since young in the mythology, we all know about the Trojan horse and we know it's a myth. Okay. We know it's a myth. Okay. All right. Because I did actually check through Troy exists, but not the Trojan horse. Okay. At least from what the scientists believe. So, oh, thank you, Gerald. Later show me, yeah? Yeah, I'll see you later, right? Okay, so what happened is that this is the movie setting, and you know what happened? The Trojan horse, the Greek was hiding inside that, and then they went in, and then after that itself, things happened, and they lost the battle, all right? But you know, right, in our reading of some of those a little bit more lengthier myth, there was this saying that, right, someone actually wanted to burn the Trojan horse, but eventually was stopped. Do you remember this part? When you're reading some of the so-called lengthier story on Troy, do you remember about this Trojan horse whereby someone wanted to burn down the horse, but apparently it was being stopped. All right. Of course, back then it's out in this movie. Okay, the Hector, the prince, wanted to burn down the Trojan horse, but the father said no. Okay, and all the people say no, 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 no. This is from the god. You shouldn't do it and stuff like that. Okay. So the thing is this. Of course, the thing continue is that if let's say the fire was set on the Trojan horse, then of course Troy would not be down, and in fact they get rid of someone very important in the movie. But obviously things happen for a reason, and of course it manifested on as it is. All right, so what I do with this with Cassandra, all right, later I'll show you what is this movie. Got a link with Cassandra. It's pretty cool. And now I realize that the things in life itself, right, you just have to go deeper. Okay, huh? All right, now basically over the weekend I have a good rest. I really appreciate that as well. But I also was being asked several times regarding about the stock market. Okay, basically people keep asking me, Kel. Now, we all know that the market is overvalued, but the problem is the market is surging every other day. Everything's going up, right? From the stock market to the equity, to the commodities market, to even the Bitcoin, the Ethereums. So, Kel, your theory about the market peaking doesn't seem to hold water. And the market itself is showing that there's a lot of resilience in the market. So I couldn't really find a better way to, explain things to you guys. Then I realized that, right, I remember I saw a quote from George Soros. So I'm going to dig, and finally I found it, okay? Because this particular quote itself is not really very used in the market, but it really stands a lot. Okay, let me explain to you in my personal perspective, okay? Let me just explain to you. Now, stock market bubbles don't grow out of thin air. That means that it basically comes out from something solid. And it comes from a basis in reality. So which means that it really is there. It is really, really there. It basically is there for a reason. Okay, it's created on reality. So, but this reality, right, is distorted by misconception. So which means that, right, as long as the market, okay, buys it, okay, at this very moment now, or no one go against it, it will still be there. But of course, the thing is that it could be really distorted, all right, by misunderstanding or misconception or failure to know it. Example like now, right, like Bitcoin, you get no intrinsic value. There's nothing about there, no dividend payout, nothing at all. And today, in just 14 years, it's worth 1 trillion market cap, 1 trillion, okay? So you think about this, company like Microsoft take 44 years to be 1 trillion. Amazon at least take more than 22 years. So my question is this, what gives Bitcoin this extra advantage then? Then, of course, end of the day is as long as everybody's on one side of the market, it will not end. So all I can tell you is this, bubbles are there because you can see it physically, you can see it's there, and you keep on growing and growing as long as the air keep on going into the bubble, and as long as the bubble don't get too stretched, there's a burst, it will stay there. So that's why in my perspective itself, right, when we start the buy from the bull market, we buy from the bottom. So like since 2015, 16, 17, 18, we buying in the bull market. Okay, you make money, right? In 2018, when the market was nearly at a peak level, people warned, but people don't believe. And in 2018, the market came down quite badly, about nearly 20%. Then after that, people start to think that, oh, market's going to crash. But you realize that after that, that's how the market stabilized, and 2018 bottom out. It recovered to 2019, 2020, and so forth. So end of the day, you must understand this. The market itself, right, the bubble will not break until, all right, it will happen. But before that itself, right, it is actually building on solid basis in reality. So that's why it's very difficult to tell you that when it's going to be bursting soon. Okay, it's very, very difficult. But I can tell you that's right. People want you. You just have to be very careful. That's all. Because it's like a very big balloon running in front of you. It's just a matter of time. You're going to burst. Just a matter of time. All right. So rather than we keep on going do this round and round and round, okay, I rather tell you that the secret is getting ahead. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. So rather than you guys wait for it to burst, why don't you get yourself started by preparing yourself? So recently, when I created this special group called the SNG group, is S&P and Gold group, is because we are preparing what may happen later. Now, of course, it may not happen. Maybe the S&P will go higher to 4,300, 4,500, maybe 5,000. But what if it does come down? Are you ready? Are you prepared? So that is my point here itself. So that's why I believe in getting myself ready, then waiting and reacting when the time are from. Then after that, I miss out the whole thing. You got my point. So just like how a billionaire, right? Okay, how he actually, start his day by waking up, getting up immediately, no phone, 5 minutes of meditation to relax the mind, 5 minutes of the HIIT cardio, right? The high intensive cardio, then cold shower, then eat a healthy breakfast, set 3 goals for the day, and grab a coffee and start hustling. Okay, I think I like that. Now, I think I did most of that. I always wake up immediately. Phone, I do see my phone for a while. Meditation, I tried for 1 minute. Okay. Oh, this one I haven't started doing yet because I hurt my back recently, so I didn't do. But don't worry, guys, my weight is coming down still. Don't worry. Okay. Cold shower, yes, I do my cold shower. I always have a breakfast, healthy breakfast. My wife prepared for me healthy breakfast, and I do set my goals to accomplish by the end of the day. And I grab coffee. Yes. Now my coffee is kopi o kosong. Yes, no sugar. You see that? We have to start with something lah. So I promise some people that I'll cut down my weight. I will go towards it itself, and I really hope that everybody join me together. Okay. All right, so let's start this morning once again with the disclaimer as usual. Remember this, my job here itself is to basically translate what I feel as my opinion to you. So end of the day is that you reserve your rights to make your own decision. So if I call for sell and you disagree and you buy and you make money, rather than say that Cal is strong, that means that you got it right. Stay focused, stay positive. I think that's more important, right? Rather than you say who's right, who's wrong, it doesn't serve a purpose here, end of the day, right? If let's say I'm right and you are wrong, then reflect and think which part of me got it right and which part of you get it wrong, and look towards to recover and make money again. I think that is about there, being positive-minded. If you keep on whining and complaining, it doesn't serve any purpose, right? Don't you agree with me? So those people who text me over the weekend, okay, remember this is our end of the day is that our job is to make money from the market. There will be losses. There will be losses. No one will have no losses for their day. I mean, we have very incredible traders in our group chat. But again, my stress point is this end of the day itself, right? Losses is part and parcel of this trading, not say game, but trading experience, okay? So think about this, okay? Think about this. Now, 3 days ago, I talked about the US Treasury yields and the Dow Jones Industrial Index, right? So I was being asked this question. Hey, Kel, 3 days ago, you're talking about the Treasury yields of 1.29%. And the Dow Jones came down about 100 plus point to about 31,493. But on Friday, the yield went to 1.34%, but the Dow Jones hardly moved. In fact, it was pretty flat. So how can you explain this then? All right, isn't that means that your theory is wrong? Well, my friend, first of all, you must understand that this yield is just part and parcel. It's just part of the whole equation. It's not the one that's going to lead the whole world. But you must understand this, guys. When your yield goes higher, your interest rate goes up, the cost of living obviously will go up. Your cost of borrowing will go up. Now, the market has been ongoing with easy money, all right, has been going on this fact. So later on, it's all right, when it comes to the special chart, I need you to pay close attention in terms of how Economic 101 really, really works. And it will really help you to understand why am I expressing my concern right now. Because end of the day is you still must understand this. There's no purpose for me, right, to lie to you, because end of the day, if you don't make money, you don't do well, there's nothing I can benefit out of it. In fact, it's even detrimental for me. So that's the reason why I need you guys to understand this, okay? So why the market did not react? Because if you look carefully, the market did react. The market did react. The market went up because of good numbers from the housing data, but after that, it's all right. It peaked and came off again because again, the yields went up. So that's my point here, my friend. It does have impact. It's just that now the ongoing positivity in the market is still ongoing right now. So it's just basically contra each other, okay? All right, but the real market that is actually I'm very concerned is the NASDAQ, okay, NASDAQ, right? Because NASDAQ, the companies are all on borrowed money. They borrow a lot of money, or the investors borrow a lot of money to invest in the tech share. So as long as the interest rate cost increases, then naturally it's right. It makes no sense for people to invest in the tech shares. So that's my reason why when I say that in last MAO, about Warren Buffett. Now, Warren Buffett don't need extra money or borrowed money, but Warren Buffett ain't stupid, in my opinion, okay? So for him to start to unload Apple away, right, this tells you that he do see that the technology industry may have a bit of problem coming soon. And that's the reason why he moved towards all the other consumable or consumer products company. So that is my point, and that basically validated my point about being careful. And that's the reason why I did say that for Tesla holders, you just have to be very careful, because I do believe Tesla might be going down a little bit more. I'll explain to you more later in the chat session, okay? So stand by for all of this as well. So, but of course, again, I always try to balance the entire MAO, because if I do the MAO too skewed to one side, people don't like it. Okay, it's very hard to please everybody. Some say that I'm not focusing, that I always here and there. Some people say that because I'm always there, not here, so it's not balanced, and I find it very difficult. So I realized that after thinking through over the weekend, I say that, look, Kel, you are here doing this morning MAO only for students, and obviously the objective is help your student. Okay, because my MAO, I do record, but the recording is only purposely uploaded at about 6 p.m. So it's more like people to see, oh, okay, this guy did say something else, but they will not really benefit out of it in the morning. It's only for students. All right, and I make the effort to put it on Facebook Live so that you can replay instantly. All right, even you miss the last 5 minutes, you can play immediately. So with all this good effort itself, and then if I'm going to be upset because of some people say that, this and that, then I really forsake the other side of it. So guys, if you think that my morning MAO is really good and it's very it's very positive for you, give me all the thumbs up and love. Okay, all right, if you think so, right, give me all the thumbs up and give me some motivational quote to start this morning. Okay, I wait for you. I drink some water first. Okay. Right, thank you guys for all the love and powerful motivational all the love and stuff. I really appreciate it. Really, it's only doing this is how you really feel appreciated. So that's why when I watch those I just watched this over the Chinese New Year, this particular movie called Yu Jian Huang Cong, right? The DJ for 97.2, I can really feel that, right? How difficult can a DJ be doing when all the hard work they do it, right? And a day people get slammed down by other people. So I really appreciate that. Thank you guys once again. Thank you. All right, really, doing every day is not easy, and every day I have to change my stuff and make sure it's so entertaining. It's not easy, my friend. You try doing it. All right, thank you, Basir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Peter. All right, really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Okay, let me begin. Okay, continue. Sorry. So basically, it's all right. I try to balance the whole MAO. And then what will happen is that this guy from CNBC, he says that, right, the rising yield is okay. The rising yield is good because why? They basically give a epic corporate earnings comeback, which I totally agree with you. All right. The thing is this, obviously inflation means price going up. So obviously everybody benefit out of it. But the problem is only that, right, the people who cannot afford it, or the people who basically overextend their credit, right, will have a problem. And that is where I'm going to tell you this, the small business going to have problem. Not the big business, the small business. But the problem is the big business, one, they start to cut down. The small business are the one get affected, because small business are the people who will try all their best to go and borrow money and then try to continue the business. The big company itself, right, it's very easy for them to fold company, cut their costs and reduce prices from the top. So that's why I felt that, right, this guy isn't wrong. He is quite correct. But the thing is this, right, he, in my personal perspective, at this current price right now, end of the day, is that it's a bit tapped high, that's all. So he's having an S&P target of 4,300. So now S&P is 3,000, 600, 800. So my point is that he is very positive. He's saying a hash level. So if anybody believes that this is going to continue, then continue to buy into the market, because there's nothing wrong. This theory is correct, because when you have inflation means that globally the market will be going up, right? That is the fact of the matter, is 101. So this guy actually oversees a 115 billion asset. So I think he has a right to say all this thing, and his words can be used as a form of the guidance. So that's why I'm informing you this, and I'm sharing with you what Hogan have said. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Angeline. All right, for this. Yes, indeed, I always give two sides of the coin. I always give, but just that, people will usually take one side of the coin and, focus on that. Okay. Now, Elon Musk is saying something different. Elon Musk says that, right, okay, now 1 trillion, we have to be a little bit, okay. So Bitcoin basically hit 57,000 on Saturday. Well, congratulations to those who are still holding Bitcoin. I mean, seriously, I went to see the doctor on Sunday for my backache. And apparently it's all right. The doctor asked me, he knows I'm a trader. I said, hey, do you buy Bitcoin? I said that, no, why? He said that, Bitcoin now is 55,000. Do you buy? Because he knows that I dabble with the financial market. I said, I didn't buy. Then I said that, he asked me why I didn't buy. I said, a bit too high, right, for this price. Then of course, when I see 57,000, it's like, okay, high can go higher. So Ethereum also went up to 2,000. My God, Ethereum was just in the 100 series just a few months ago, and now it's at 2,000. That is about 10, 20 folds. So all I can say is this is really going on really craziness. But of course, it's because of major investors and company coming into the picture. So end of the day is, as long as these big boys keep on coming in, and if the supply is limited and demand is great, the price will go up. That is how it works. But we all know that, like the tulip mania back in the 17th century, it also had the same fiasco. When everybody want to buy that tulip bulb because in exchange for a bigger amount of profit, that is whereby it go crazy. So maybe next time we cover this tulip mania, but my point is this: it will always be built on reality. George Soros has said, but it's a misconception of it. It's a distorted misconception. So really, you must make your own preparation, okay, on what to do in the market. Now, I told you guys I'm not interested to do into the COVID-19 or Wuhan virus, but still I know that Singapore is going to implement vaccination very soon. My grandmother asked me, whether she should go or not. I be honest, as a grandson, I had to be responsible for her. I told her exactly what I researched on internet. So since I tell my grandmother, it makes sense that I tell you guys also lah. So this is not from me, okay? It's from the CDC, all right? So you must understand this. They say that, right, overall it's still okay in short, but there will be some side effect like headaches, fatigue, dizziness, chills, nausea. So you guys think about it. It's not a bad thing. It's just that you have this frequently reported side effects. So of course, if you are okay with that, then why not? But do note once again, you really need to put on your mask even though you have your vaccination. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay. Now, I am a big fan of Obama. I really like him because of the way he speaks, the oratorical command of his language and presentation, the way his body language is absolutely brilliant. And of course, he can really sell ice to Eskimos. So of course, when it comes to Biden itself, right, obviously it's a very clear different shades, but still what Biden is doing now, I really give him my applause. All right, I'm not too sure if Trump is inside the picture now, will he do the same thing? But not bad. So Biden declares major disaster in Texas, and what he's trying to do is that he really do all out to help people in Texas. But of course, I find that it's a bit slow though. But nonetheless, okay, his response is there compared to the last president. So seemingly it's going fine. All I can say is this: in Singapore, we are very lucky that we don't have all this thing. So rather than complaining, look at other countries. They really suffer. All right. Okay. They really suffer. All right. Colleen, thank you for sharing that your mom took the vaccine and no problem. Good for you, Colleen. Good for your mom. All right. Like I say again, end of the day, it's not to scare people. This is from CDC itself. So CDC just inform us. So if you can accept that, just try. Who knows? You are lucky. You won't have this problem, right? So all I can say is this: it's good to have this vaccination. It's an individual choice. You make your own call. Okay. All right. Not to scare anybody else. Okay, so back here itself, like I say, it's a very good thing. We must appreciate life, all right? While other countries are having problem, we are very happy here, okay? All right, so let's just review what happened on last Friday. Okay, last Friday, The S&P falls slightly on the weekly chart to end a losing week. Okay, the Dow Jones up less than 1 point. Okay, while the S&P and NASDAQ, okay, ended about flat. So reason for doing that is because there is a concern of the interest rate. I had told you before, the 10-year yields, and also because there's some profit taking on the largest technology companies as mentioned here. So all these things I've been telling you way in advance about my personal view, and if you have followed through, you have probably benefited out of that. So that's a good part of having morning MAO, because we really do all this recap for you. So people who are busy, at least you get my view here. Now again, my view itself may be tainted, may be biased, may be one-sided, maybe different. You make your own decision. I try to be as balanced as possible. Okay. All right. So Fauci basically came out and said that don't be complacent, because the COVID infection, although has decreased, but the daily cases remain high. So I went through this whole article, I'll put it this way. Okay. This whole article basically was just informing that, right, the numbers of infection case has went down quite a bit, because about a few months ago when I was covering this, it was like 300,000 to even 400,000 cases, right? But now it's only at 71,000 cases. Wow, you see that? The number has dropped tremendously. So it's like, wow, well done, right? Isn't that true? But if you look at the number of deaths, it's still around the same average. So somewhere it's just not too correct, but I'll leave it as that. So end of the day is this, US is about to hit the 500,000 mark of related death, okay? But still it's right. This lower number seems good and positive. So end of the day is that, just remember, guys, if you're taking the vaccine itself, right, please make sure put on your mask and don't be complacent, right? So this is a very important message that I want to share with you all, because we are family members. We must take care of one another, and it must come from the heart. Okay, that's why I'm doing all this. So the Dow Jones, let's just recap what happened on Friday's Dow Jones. Initially, the Dows went up, right? I told you, right, to 31,650. Then after that, it came out very fast. Okay, but again, as usual, the 3 a.m. marker, the 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. mark, the Dow Jones again recovered. But this time around, the upside was not as much as usual. And towards the last half an hour, the sell-off came in. So for those who stay up on Friday, you're like, huh? I thought it's going up, right? Yeah, I thought too, until I was so tired, I slept. Then I woke up, hey, how come the Dow was a bit lower? Okay. So what the news now? Because it's a Monday, right? So normally all the mainstream media don't have much news. So just to share with you, basically, lost on average, all they're looking at some support because of a bit of pullback, but nothing much on the mainstream media today. Okay, nothing much on the mainstream media. Well, Hang Seng will be up very soon, and now it's 906. I'm gonna jump to Hang Seng first. Jump to Hang Seng first, and then let's show it to you a little bit here and there. Dow is a bit higher right now at 31,544 right now. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones. Okay, gold is trading higher, as you can see. Gold is trading at 1787. All right, remember we call for better level to buy at 1762, and now it's up by $25 higher. So congratulations once again for people who remember those key numbers. So for Hang Seng today, well, Hang Seng MLP should be around here. All right, so that's Hang Seng MLP. Oh, sorry, that's not happy. That is supposed to be, this is supposed to be the BNB high and low. This is the MA. Okay. Okay, so some drawing need to redraw. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, here we go. This is the 2 MAs. Then I need to have one more. Change my color a little bit. Here we go. Okay. All right, so today the MLP for Hang Seng is around here, not drawn to scale. This is the 3 level. So Hang Seng seems to be able to stay support on the BNB support level. So Hang Seng today, it may even test again. It may even test again the BNB high. All right, Hang Seng may test high. So let's watch it later at about 9:15. Okay, that's Hang Seng. All right, let's draw back to you. Yeah, indeed. I believe that for gold, later I'll cover on gold shortly, but gold itself, I say if it stays over 1762, gold should be doing well. Okay, all right. So let's recap what happened on Friday's Dow Jones. Okay, so Friday's Dow Jones, the opening price I told you guys was just marginally at the pivot level. So with the KSI green in color, when the Dow Jones go to KTR -1 to -3, all right, that means that there will be somehow or other support from the market. Okay, KTR -1 to -3. Okay, so that was how we understand this. So if you look at the intraday chart, you can see that very beautifully, once again, as forecast, the Dow Jones came down, right? But once it touches the KTR -1, you realize that it really stabilized there. And also, you also realize that there were two KCB level at 31,380 and 31,395. And of course, when the market trigger it is part of, when the market goes towards it, it's part of it lah. But then after that, it stabilized there and created a CCRY. And you can see that the Dow Jones really went up again. So that is why it's very important to follow the system. And because that the KSI is green, if it breaks above OP, right, as you can see over here, it's very easy for it to go to KTR +1. So again, this one validated what we know using the system, right? So that is how you guys can trade during the day itself. That is very, very important, okay? All right, so that is the how we happen in the Dow Jones on this Friday. Okay. Right now it's 9:10, still a few more minutes before Hang Seng open. All right, so now I want to go a bit of Economic 101. This may get dry, this may get interesting, depending how you view and see it, but my job is to translate to you in my personal opinion, okay? Now, basically, it's for M1 is a narrow measure of the money supply that includes physical currency, demand deposit, traveler's checks, and other checkable deposit. Now, M1 does not include financial assets such as saving accounts and bonds. Okay, this is something that you must understand. Now, basically, in short itself, right, you can see that this is the M1 supply versus the Wilshire 5,000 market cap. So you can see that usually on usual note, okay, that they move hand in hand, but they do have a bit of gap, meaning that one of them has to lead the other because of economy moving, correct? But only recently, you can see this one, whereby in year 2020 onwards, okay, for the last 12, 14 months, right, the M1 and the Wilshire 5,000 market cap become so tightly together. You can see that it's become so tightly together. So it's very clear that, right, the economy is not growing on its own. It is growing because there is additional help from somewhere else. So the point that's on stress here is this: if let's say there isn't any support of the M1 in this way, right, in such a magnitude, right, then the stock market shouldn't be anywhere near where we are today. But because now of the M1 is available, so that is why things are moving in a very constructed way itself. So this is the main point I want to tell you this. So if any time there's any rational reason for M1 or this type of M1 supply to be reducing or stop or taper, then traders, you just need to be careful, okay? Now, this morning itself, right, I was going through Twitter. My usual thing is I go through what Steve Henrich says. And when I saw what Steve Henrich posted here itself, I got a bit shocked. And I know who is this guy, Dennis Gutman, all right? I know that he's never been that accurate, okay, reasonable. So, of course, I know Steve, he like to basically rub it on, means sarcastic. So when you say you have been warned, right, and Gutman was saying bull market has begun. So immediately, I mean, everybody's reaction was that, oh, Gutman say stock market bull, right? So, and you know, Steve has been bear. So he said have been warned. It's just using Gutman as a form of a reverse indicator, right? Isn't that true? If you think that, you also think that way when you see this particular picture and you feel that, right, then the Steve Henrich is trying to rub it in and say that, oh, the best indicator is in town now because Gutman, when he called for bull market, usually may go reverse direction. If you actually feel that same way, please key yes. I mean feel the same way, put feel F-E-E-L. You feel the same way, okay? because I felt the same way. That's why I actually wrote back. I actually replied to Steve. I'll show you later. All right, you feel that unless I'm wrong lah, how you feel when you see this particular picture here? So I went through all the strolling of the messages, okay? And of course, everybody, in my opinion, they are all saying the same thing now. They feel that, right? Oh, okay, this guy's government is wrong. The market, the stock market is at a high level, and history has proven itself. Give a man a gun and he'll rob a bank. Give a man a bank, he'll rob the bull. Okay, I mean, immediately itself, right? Or only cow feel that way. All right. Bull market in what, buy dollar and whatever, right? So basically, in short itself, when I saw this particular posting, immediately I was like quickly going to check it out, right? Because since it's on Bloomberg, so I went and dig. Then when I look at the article, right, then I realized that a little bit off. Okay, before that itself, Hong Kong is going to open soon. Let me jump back to Hong Kong for you now. Hong Kong is going to open very, very soon. Yeah, I see so live. Who do such a thing live like that? Okay, Hong Kong opening soon in about a few more seconds, 30 seconds more. All right, so only cow actually feel the same way. The rest all don't feel the same way. Okay, all right, Hang Seng is going to open in about 20 seconds time. All right, Hang Seng is expected to move higher lah. Like I say again, my hands is here. That tells you that there's no way I can price in the pivot myself. Okay, Hang Seng in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mine a bit earlier, of course. Okay, Hang Seng has opened. Okay, Hang Seng has gap up. Hang Seng has gap up. Friday closed at 30,819. Hang Seng had gap up to 30,832, slightly higher. Now it's trading at 30,864. Okay, so it is above OP, above pivot 1. So above OP, above pivot 1, naturally we know it will be a buy. All right, naturally it's a buy. And the KSI is green in color. So as long as Hang Seng stays above OP for today, it will be a buy. I repeat once again, if Hang Seng stays above OP for today, Hang Seng will be a buy, because above OP it is a buy. All right. So Hang Seng now is already up by 80 points already. Hang Seng is up by 80 points already. So again, this tells you so important that, right, once you have the OP and the pivot 1, it's almost instantly you know what to do with the market, right? It's pretty cool. So unless Hang Seng goes below the pivot 1, pivot 1 today is 30,710. So it's a bit far away. So unless Hang Seng can come down to 30,710, if not, right, Hang Seng will be more towards the upside. Okay, Hang Seng will more to the upside, at least for now. Okay, cool, guys. Okay. All right, so I just show you gold once again for today, quick one, just to go into gold. Now today gold, you can look at the today's gold chart itself. Gold is above pivot 1. So above pivot 1, naturally, again, is a bullish movement at the moment right now. So gold, as long as they above OP, it'll be up, but there's a problem here. The KSI is green, sorry, KSI is red, sorry, and blue bars are there, although it's retreating, but still the blue bar is there. So for gold traders, if the gold go up to KTR +1, do consider to watch out for some profit taking. All right, KTR +1, +2, +3. If the gold stays around there and pull back for CCYR, then traders may watch out for gold pullback. Okay, but still, do note yesterday, Friday was a BNB. Friday is a BNB. So BNB is where the big boys are in. So if the market trades above the RL of the BNB, then maybe there should be upside. If not, there will be some resistance. Okay. So I'm jumping a gun a little bit because I know you guys have been texting me about how I see gold. And I already tell you, right, 1762 was a buy back then. You know, I already all have been informed to you back then. Okay. All right. So move away. All right. So that was the feel that I get from Gutman. But when I went to the Bloomberg, watched the video, then I realized that Dennis Gutman was actually talking about the commodities market. So, and I realized that you see this, I didn't watch the whole, I watched the full video, but I didn't really pay attention. I was rushing the MAO. So on top here, put that a commodities bull market has begun, Gutman said. But this one here itself did not actually have that. But of course, it's with different part of the video lah. So I cannot verify this. But again, this is where, but I tell you, this internet itself If let's say this one wasn't, there was some editing, not by Steve but someone else, then this is how the market likes to present you in that way. But again, I can be wrong because maybe I say I went through the whole video but not really paying full attention. So anyway, this guy was talking about the bull market in commodities. Okay, so you see me myself, right? I actually went in to write back to Steve. Okay, because we all know Steve was talking about stock market being a peak. He really didn't focus on commodities. So I felt that there was a little bit of not very right misconception here or distortion in my personal opinion. But then again, I suddenly just remember this about how economics really run. So this is something I got it for you. I think it's very important. And if you understand this, it'll be very good for you. Okay, take a look. So this is how the economy works in the economical way. So you can see that, right, when you have rising interest rate, obviously stock price will come down, then commodity price come down and so forth, right, around the whole circle there. I will screenshot this and send to the group chat later. Okay, no need to copy down. So this one is something more relevant. You can see that, right? You can see that now, are we having the bond price coming down? Indeed, bond price come down, that's why yields goes up. And after that itself, right, commodity prices will go up, which indeed is really happened. And when that really happened itself, that naturally you will see inflation going up, energy counters will be involved. Now you understand why Warren Buffett is buying into energy related stuff. I think he's really following through. Then, of course, when interest rates go up, if the Federal Reserve is supposed to do what they're supposed to do, then the short-term interest rate is supposed to go up. And when that happens itself, obviously the stock market will come down and it will indirectly causes commodity price to go down and so forth. And of course, the whole thing will just go through the motion. All right. So of course, you think, where are we now? That is up to you as an individual to decide. I'm not here to tell you right or wrong or which is which. Okay. This particular economic cycle this is a chart that I usually use back then, is to tell me, right, when the market is top and when the market is at the bottom. So you can see that, right, it is very clear when the bond price is down and basic materials is going down, but energy itself, right, okay, prices start to go down. So if energy prices start to go down, then stock market also go down. So a little bit different from the other one itself. It's all dependent on which part of the economic cycle we are in right now. So end of the day is that when I put all together itself, there's one common thing that we need to understand is when the bond prices are down itself, right? Okay, meaning yields goes up, right? That is where usually the market top is around the corner. So whether you like it or not itself, this is the what do you call the economic 101. So of course you may say this time is different, but again, this is actually what we study back then. It's all about whether you believe it or not, whether you repeat in that particular way. So traders, you can consider this, okay? All right, this is the chart I always use. This is the one that latest I found it. And this tells you that what type of technology, okay, what sort of sector you can go for at every different part of it. So actually quite a good chart. And you know, at different point itself, right, it can actually help you to understand this better. Okay, all right, cool. All right, yeah, pretty good, right? This sort of sharing. I mean, I'm sure you need to see some previews. Okay, now, one of my personal trading idol is obviously George Soros. Now, why do I bring it in itself? Because there's a rational reason why it leads to all my sharing today. Now, we all know that George Soros is a man who broke the Bank of England, okay? Basically, he was shorting the pound. And of course, when he shorted the pound came down. He made a lot of money, $1 billion in a single trade. I think that's really good, right? But you must understand this was made in 1992. I mean, compared to what John Paulson made back in 2008. So it's really a difference over there. But you know one thing itself, right? Now, Soros have been shorting the pound since when? Soros have been shorting the pound since, this is 1992, right? So 1992 is where he actually profited from the pound. But do you know that Soros has been shorting the pound since 1988? Yes, if you really go into deep details on how Soros built his position since 1988, right? He was wrong for 4 years in a row. Yes, so every year he makes money, but he lost money in pound. So of course he had to pay his dues, right? Every year he lost money, investors leave him, more and more people left him. And end of the day itself, right? At one stage itself, his capital or fund was about 50% at that moment. And of course, those who really stay on with him benefited a lot because when he made that money itself, right, it was really, probably double their income, double their capital and stuff like that. So this is the story of what Soros did. And I tell you, the joke of the whole thing is, if Soros is to hold his position a bit longer, because Soros actually booked his profit on the day when the pound came down. But if Soros is to hold a position longer, right, for just a few more months, at least 6 more months, right, Soros will have made even more money. But of course, he was down for 4 years, and that day he got it right, he basically covered his position. You can understand that type of great happiness he has lah. But if he hold on for another 6 more months, right, he'll make even more money. So you see, 4 years of waiting, one day he booked his profit, but if he waited for another 6 more months, he'll probably double or triple his gain. So sometimes that is how life works lah. Okay, cool, right? Okay, so why does I bring Soros in the picture? Because, right, I want you to take a look right here itself on this particular scene, all right, when this Michael Burry was involved in the market. Take a look here. Okay, so Michael Burry in his, if you remember the Big Short yourself, right, Michael Burry was basically burying himself with all the documents, that was trying to portray that he did all his work, he did all his reading up, he do all the replying of emails where people don't understand him, okay? And obviously he did not make money, he was losing money, a lot of money, all right? At one moment, the fund was down by 19%, all right? So you can see that when the market is in a bubble, I repeat myself, all right? The problem is that it's set on reality basis, okay? There's something in reality. So until that the bubble break, it will be there. So if you're going in too early, right, it's very likely you get caught. So you can see that from George Soros to John Paulson to this Michael Burry, all these are people who make a lot of money from the market, but they all had their very bad time whereby they were wrong, proven wrong, and obviously people around them was telling you, look, you are getting it wrong totally. Now, I'm not trying to say that we are the same having down, but I'm just informing you that in reality, it's always like that. Okay, so of course you say, Kel, then why don't you just stick to the bull side and wait until the day comes that we turn a position? Fair enough, that's my point. That's why we have our morning MAO and we're still calling for buy whenever it's necessary. Because end of the day is that the turning point, the market will inform us. So rather than we speculate, right, we have to do our day-to-day trading. But of course, on the other side, you can play safe and just prepare yourself. So that's the whole idea of our morning MAO and why am I sharing you all this special stuff. Okay, cool. So who is Cassandra, right? The one that been asking, right? Okay, guys, I give you 30 seconds to read who is Cassandra right here. So take a look, guys. This is Cassandra, okay? Take a look. Yeah, take a time to take a look of who is Cassandra. Okay? Now, because if I go too much in detail and stuff like that, some people say that, Cal, again, you go to methodology, is like not good and it's not really positive and stuff like that. Okay, I say that's why I am very careful with this. I just want to share with you about what I'm seeing right now. Okay, okay, yeah, indeed. Okay, so when I was basically going through this Michael Burry, right, his so-called tweet, right, then I realized that he called himself Cassandra. Then I was thinking to myself, why would a man use Cassandra? I thought it was his wife or something. Then it was only later on, then I realized that this Cassandra is this very person. Okay, so Cassandra is the one that basically in the olden time mythology says that she has the power of prophesizing, but people don't believe as usual. So she was the one who basically says that, right, he saw the Greeks in the Trojan horse. And of course, people don't believe in, and that was the downside of Troy later. So that's why when this Michael Burry himself written this, people say I didn't warn last time. I did, but no one will listen. So I warned this time, but still, no one listens. But I will have proof I won. So suddenly out of nowhere, it's all right. Apparently now, this Michael Burry on Twitter got very, very active. All right, very active, and he started to post a lot. So if you want to actually look at what he posts, you can go to Twitter, Michael J. Burry. Okay, obviously his nickname is Cassandra. So you can see that he actually put in a lot of charts and data recently. Now, of course, some people say that this is conspiracy theory. Maybe he's trying to sell the dumb to the people, so that people will sell and he buys. Okay, I'll leave it to you to decide. So I went through his stuff and look at what he says. And I can tell you this, I quite like the research. His research is a little bit different from Steve. So Steve is a technician. He actually put in some more technical stuff. For Michael Burry, right, he's a bit more towards the mathematics and, economics. That's why I like that better. So you can see over here itself, right, he's basically showing this chart. So when I saw this chart itself, right, is the margin depth and S&P, I got a bit confused because I thought margin depth should be in line together with the S&P. How come it's going in inverse direction? So later when I read deeper, then I realized that he did something to that itself. Okay. So these are all his postings, okay? All the posting with his wording there to explain. So for people who want to read more into this, you can actually go to Twitter and follow him and you can read it up, okay? So I began to do this for you, for your own sake itself, right? To explain to you how does it really work. So that margin depth is the amount of money an investor borrow from a broker via a margin account. So in short, it's an investor borrowing money from a broker. And margin debt can be money borrowed to buy securities or sell short a stock. Meanwhile, a typical margin requirement is 25%, meaning the customer equity must be above that ratio in margin account to prevent a margin call. So what you're seeing right now is that the margin depth and S&P apparently is moving in the same particular direction. And usually it's like that. For the last 24 years, usually it moved in this way. So what happened is that they decided that it doesn't show any relevant, or at least cannot see it very clearly. So what they did is that they do an inverse relationship with them to see the real divergence. That is where it got very interesting. Okay, so guys, this is really, that's why there's a difference between when you are really very smart people. So you can see that whenever the margin depth, okay, goes down, okay, that is where the stock market goes up. But when the margin depth goes up, that is where the stock market comes down. Now, can you see that point now? So again, when the margin depth basically inverts itself, right, okay, you can see that that's where the stock market also does that. Okay, so you got an idea now? So what we are seeing now is that the margin depth now and the S&P is really at a very far difference between that when he actually used this as a form of divergence between them. And this is getting very scary. And that is whereby if you actually really take a look at it itself, right, it is that if let's say the margin that really goes up this way, then it's pretty clear that the opposite must happen. So watching this is actually a very, very important too. So if you guys want to pay close attention to this, you can go to this particular website called the advisorsperspectives.com. Their writings are pretty good, okay, in my perception. But of course, again, they are a little biased to the sell side like 0H, so you just have to take note of that. But, this is my point. I really want you guys to benefit out of this. I don't keep information to myself. I just want you guys to, benefit out of it, okay? So if you like this, if you enjoy, if you like this, you can just take a look over there, okay? So basically, right, this is more from there itself. You can see that this is the over the last 42 years chart, 41 year lah. Right, whenever it's out, right, you can see the negative credit balance itself is very high. Okay, you can see that the market also do go into some profit-taking mode. And of course, you can see that the different type in bubble, but then itself was the tech bubble, then followed by the Fed bubble and stuff like that. And of course, it tells you that in terms of the positive credit, now we definitely got no positive credit. That's why the market is on borrowed credit. So end of the day is this, you can be warned, but whether you believe it or not is another. So this is a very classical drawing of what is happening right now. But again, as I said, guys, only when the time comes, when you realize that later on, when the market really come down, then you say, oh, guy, I miss it and stuff like that. So I believe it's all about preparation. So if let's say we are traders with the system, right, same thing like CCYR, right? If we want to sell something, the Y must come first, then the R. Y is the upside market, R is the downside market. So that's why you need to have that. Oh, Hang Seng falling badly. Okay, let me just jump into Hang Seng right now. Oh, Hang Seng has came off a bit. Hang Seng not fall badly lah. Hang Seng just came off a bit. Okay, Hang Seng, oops, sorry. Hang Seng went at the high and now hit the KTR +1 and then coming off a bit. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. Understand. Thank you, Basir. Okay, so guys, this is how it looks like over here for the chart. Okay, And this is the CBOE down. This is from Bloomberg. So when it comes Bloomberg itself, right, obviously I give much kudos and attention, because at least the data is correct. At least it's validated. So this is the CBOE data. CBOE data, this is the put versus call options. This one you must differentiate. Put and call option is different. Call and put and call is different. So you must know what are you actually watching. So put and call now is showing that the put and call is at very low level. The last time we went was 0.4 and we are now at 0.43. Okay, based on the February 19th, that's Friday's closing. So this is the latest update here itself. So with the latest update, it tells you that, right, people are really not interested in the put option because everybody is on the call side. So that is why I can tell you that we need to be very careful, because you look at the equity call option side, the equity call option is really at the high level. It is so high that it's never went to such a level before since the last time, since 1997, at least from the chart here itself. So this is really scary, guys. This is really scary. All right, so now is that the call options are now at the all-time high level. Okay, all-time high level for the last 25, 23, 24 years. Okay, 24 years. So traders, you just have to be careful. Okay, just have to be careful. All right, so that's why if I have this coming preview on this coming Saturday, all right, this coming preview on Saturday is all right. I seriously believe that March, April, May, we could see very big movement coming soon. All right, I'm very confident of that. So guys, on the 27th February at 10 a.m., this is going to be a 1 hour and a half preview. It's going to be a bit longer because that's something I want to share with you guys. So guys, if you are able to do me a little favor, please tell your friend about this trip, send in this link, tradewiththeboys.com/preview. Let them register. And for my own student, also please register for this preview, because I will share you a lot of great stuff. If you like what you just see this morning, there'll be more coming up. Okay. Now again, my point is this: it's all about preparation. It's all about preparation. It's not saying that the market will crash tomorrow. It's just that you need to have preparation work itself. Okay. So 27 February is this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. Singapore time. It's a Zoom. It's a Zoom. So yeah, it's a Zoom. Yeah, Zoom session. So basically you can come in, it's live interaction, and then please join. Okay. If you like to do more, you like to know how the Dow and Gold will be moving, right? This is a very important session. Okay. So please do that itself. Right. So if you are going to bring invite friends, family members, okay. Okay, please key the word bring friends or bring friend. Okay, it means that you're going to bring some friend or bring some friends to the preview. All right, I wait for you guys to react. So you can tell me you're going to bring some friends, please do that as well. Right, key into the group chat. Really, if you're going to bring friends, so you're not going to bring, then you don't key. Okay, I wait for you now, guys. So you're going to bring friends to me. Let me know. All right. Okay, so let me know that how many of you are going to bring a lot of friends for the coming preview itself. That'll be round and happy. All right, let's just build this family bigger. The bigger this family is, the better it is. More people will help one another, and basically, we can actually have a bigger community to help one another. Okay, so let me know. Okay, guys. Okay, so let's just continue with the preview. The morning MAO. Okay, so let's look at the market right now. Okay, let's look at the market right now. The technical side. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, here, let me just see if I'm the thing not updating. Okay, here is the Dow Jones right now. Let me just correct a little bit here and there. Wow, okay, cool. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones Conventional. Let me just do all the adjusting of levels first. Okay. Okay, the MLP for today. This is the MLP. Now, MLP of the Dow Jones System was triggered and rebounded. So that's why the MLP is so powerful. That's about 31,470. Again, not drawn to scale. All right, not drawn to scale. Okay, so as long as the Dow Jones stay above 31,470, the market should be able to continue its upside. Okay, so that's why you see the Dow Jones came down and then rebounded. The MLP is so powerful. The MA30 for today, is 31,195 region. Okay, all right, 31,000. Okay, 195. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jerry, for getting me the exact level. All right. Appreciate that, Jerry. Okay. Yeah, I just give a ballpark figure, roughly there. No time to do all this. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jerry. Okay, so that is the level now. Now, of course, as long as the Dow Jones today maintain at 31,470, I still think the Dow will still be a little bit trying to go up higher. All right. All right. The thing is, the two BNB, this is a BNB, right? So this is the RL and this is the SL. So as long as the Dow Jones don't go past 31,683 level around there, it's quite difficult for the Dow to go new high. But similarly, if the Dow Jones stay above 31,227, that is where the BNB low is. Again, the market will be hanging around here for time being. So my personal take is this: the Dow Jones is still hovering down there. But that is my concern. Okay, let me explain to you why is that so. Okay, let me just show to you my next chart here. Okay, so this is the current Dow Jones setting right now. The Dow Jones, right, is seemingly like doing a triangle, right? Something like this. Okay, let me show you. It's something like this. Okay, not drawn properly. Like that. You see that? Now, of course, in technical analysis, this is the diamond formation. Okay, and then there's a diamond formation usually means that, right, the market is going to have two side of coin movement pretty soon. It's either they're going to be an outburst all the way up to 32,000. That is pretty clear. I've been saying that. Or if not, right, the Dow going to go down to about 30,000. Okay, so this is my personal take. So either the Dow is going to do 32,000 or they're going to do 30,000. I know that up to 30,000 is a bit near, right? But that is my personal take. Downside is 30,000 because I said all these call option and put options are all at one side of the coin. So if the Dow Jones couldn't maintain itself, right, that is likely this might actually happen. Okay, so this is one part of it. Now I want to show you more in terms of retrospect here. Okay, if I bring you back into time, you can see this here. Now, this is the Dow Jones back in 2020. This is the Dow Jones back in 2020. And you can see that it also, in a way, indirectly show the same thing. Can you see that? It also show the same thing. So basically, it's all right. I got a little bit jittery on this. So if let's say the consolidation is correct, that means that the bigger movement is actually not this week. It will be next week. And that's the reason why am I asking you guys to have the preview, to come for the preview this coming Saturday, because in terms of timing. So you can see that the whole thing, the whole setup is already, I already roughly forecast what will happen next week as well. So this week, if the market is to, following the script, then there will be sideways movement. Okay, there will be still some support in the market that just have a sideways movement. Then if let's say for any crazy thing to happen, right, obviously there must be a catalyst. It cannot be suddenly the market just come out by itself. So with all the whatever Yellen have been saying, what Warren Buffett has been doing, what Michael Burry have been doing, and all the CBOE data and stuff like that, right, it does tells me that we just have to be a bit more careful. That's all. All right, so traders, that is my reason why am I informing you all this, because a lot of time it's all right, the market doesn't repeat but often rhymes. Okay, so that's the reason why am I sharing all this with all of you. Okay, so that is the conventional lah. Now, in terms of technical and number, this is the 100%. I mean, this is the all-time high, then the 95 and 90. So we are still very far away. So I already tell you guys, if the Dow Jones really at any one time comes down, the first support will be here at the technical line, then the second one, and then the third one. The third one is a number is 30,000. 31,133. So this is the number that I believe that the Dow might be coming down. When it comes to the level, right, it may be a good level to buy back some short position if you establish short from the top. All right, it'll be a good level to buy back your position from there. Okay, so 30,133. So guys, if you can keep together with me, 30,133, that will be the best. Right, at least you can remember this 30,133. Okay, so that is the level that I'm watching in the market. Okay. All right, then that is the weekly chart. Now the weekly chart you can see right now on the weekly. Now the weekly chart basically shows the doji on the weekly chart. So that tells you that you need to be careful. Doji on a weekly chart. Now the last time we saw a doji on a weekly chart, we either see a big rise or a big fall. Okay, so of course you say, oh, this is like, this is nothing new, right? Yeah, but this is something that you had just take note of, because when you see doji in a weekly chart itself, right, it's usually not that comforting. It's actually not a good sign. It can really represent higher level, but it also can tell you that it may also be turning off. So traders, you just have to be very careful when you see doji. So use the opening price of the week. So this week opening price, you can see, right, this week opening price itself is 31,536. So use that level as a guide lah. All right, isn't that simpler? All right, so this week opening price, the opening price of the week is 31,536. So as long as the Dow Jones stays above 31,536, right, then you should be pretty safe lah at that moment. Okay, cool. All right, so at least this is how you do your weekly chart lah. Okay. All right, so let's look at the Dow Jones now. We're going to go back down. Oh, Hang Seng is still coming off. Hang Seng is still coming off. Okay, we do Dow Jones first, okay? Here we go. Now, Dow Jones today, if you can notice this, you look at the time frame, you do a toggling, you do not see the Hang Seng pivot. You will not see the Dow Jones pivot. There is no pivot for Dow Jones today. I repeat, there is no pivot. No pivot. Okay, write it down big for you. No pivots. Okay, there's no pivots on the this Dow Jones today. Okay, so no pivot, then the opening price will be the key pivotal point. If the market basically stays, if the Dow Jones stays above the opening price, the Dow will go up because the KSI is green in color. So the market naturally will go to KTR +1 and +2. But if the market strolls below opening price, then be careful. There will be some selling. So where will it come down then? These are the KCB level. If you right click and then you do the object list, you will notice that these are the levels. So 31,395 and 31,380 are the common levels. So I'll write down for you, make it simpler for you. 31,380 level. These are the level to watch out for on the KCB. So if let's say the Dow Jones do pull back later for whatever reason, then of course about 31,380 will be a strong level to buy back. Because if you look carefully, the KCB was created on these 2 days, all right? This 2 days, But after that, the market has been really supporting all the time whenever it comes to this two level. Every time when the market comes down to this 2 level, the market always stages a rebound. So how many days is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 6 days already. For 6 days, whenever the market hit the 380, the market always rebound. So traders, you want to do a quick profit over there itself or a quick trade, right? Watch out for 380. As long as the Dow Jones stays above hit the 380 mark and then rebound from there, the market may go up again. Okay, but of course, on the flip side, just to warn you guys, if really one day, if the day that you can see that the Dow Jones closed below the 380 mark, then there will be another level it will go, and that level is 31,214. Okay, so at least today we are very clear that what are the 2 levels that you can watch out for. And traders, these are all the numbers that you should be eyeing So you know that when the market comes to a certain level, right, rather than chase in, you may want to actually look out for potential support or resistance there itself. Okay. So guys, if you like this particular chart, give me all the thumbs up so that I know that you guys enjoy this this drawing from me itself. All right. Now I'm going to go into the NASDAQ. Go into NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ. Okay, so this is the NASDAQ chart. Sorry, let me get some water. Now, this is the NASDAQ chart. It doesn't look good. It has broken the golden trend lines. And if NASDAQ continue to go down, I believe that NASDAQ will fall towards this level here. And that is about 13,200 level. Okay. So now the NASDAQ is trading at 31,594. So it's still pretty okay, right? Now here is where it is. But there's a downside of potential 300 points from where we are, 300 to 400 points. So if the NASDAQ do come down to that particular level, 13,200, I think that it will be a good time to buy into the NASDAQ. Okay, so that's why we have seen that it happened before. So hopefully it happen again. Okay, guys, got it? So that is the NASDAQ chart. Okay, that's just the NASDAQ chart. Then how about the NASDAQ intraday? Now, wow. Take a look, guys. Take a look. This is cool. Okay. So NASDAQ now have lost. You can see the power of BNB. Yeah? The NASDAQ has lost the SL of this BNB, right? This is the BNB. Can you see that? So when the NASDAQ closes below the BNB, it came down very nicely and it got supported now at the MA30. So today MA30 for the NASDAQ is 13,546 around there, okay? Approximately. So if the NASDAQ stays below the MA30, right, okay, then we have seen before the next day there'll be further selling. But we also seen before when the market stays above the MA30, the next day the market will rebound. So I will say this upfront, guys, if today the NASDAQ touches the MA30 and rebound, then of course tomorrow there'll be a buying through on the NASDAQ. But if today the NASDAQ closes below the 13,546, then traders do expect to see more selling tomorrow. Okay, so very clearly, I tell you exactly what will likely be happening. So guys, focus on NASDAQ. It should be pretty profitable for you today. Okay. S&P 500, today the MA30 itself is somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here. So I can write it down for you. The MA30 is about 3880. 3880, that is the important level for the S&P 500. Okay, now it's testing my trend line, so it's likely going to hover around here for a while. Now if the S&P 500 do fall, do stand by at 3880, that should be the first support over there. Only if the S&P closes below the 3880 today, then there might be follow through selling. But if the market stays above the 3880, then the market should see some rebound on technical ground basis. Okay, so watch the S&P 500 very, very closely, 3880 level. Okay, all right. All right, so that is the indices market. Let's continue at gold. Now for gold prices, it's all right. Gold basically has staged a very strong rebound on Friday. And you remember this, what number did I tell you was 1762, right? I said very specifically, I used calculator, I show it to you, and I did it weeks ago. Weeks ago, I already tell you what to look out for, and really, it really happened, all right? This is the sort of thing that you cannot lie about it. So what happened now to gold? So basically now, back then 2 days ago, everybody was saying that gold will crash. Now when gold rebounded, now they tell you that the consumer are buying into the luxury, go into the spring festival. You see, this is all the bullshit. When the market's coming down, they tell you it will crash. Then after that, when they buy up themselves, right, they tell you that now it's a festive season. It always basically leading the traders out at the nose level. So that's why I say don't bother by all this news, just strictly follow by the charts. You will be a happier person. Trust me on this. You'll be living happier. All right, so let's recap what happened on Friday's gold, shall we? Now, Friday's gold, you can see that the opening price was here. Oh, sorry. The opening price was between the two pivot, right? Pivot 1 and pivot 2. Now, because the KSI was red in color, right? So KSI, when it goes down to, when it goes up to KTR +1 to +3, it's always a sell. So +1 to +3, it will be a sell, right? Then, of course, if it goes below OP, it will come down faster to -1 rather easily. All right. The only thing that was, I did tell you guys to be a bit careful on the short side, right? It's because I told you, right, the KCX is there. The blue bars have retreated a little bit. And most important, the 1762 level was there. Remember 1762? And it happened to coincide with the our pivot level also, right? 1758 level. So basically, with all the KCB there, look at the KCB. It's a barrage of KCB there, 1769 to 1774. So for the last, this is from long time ago. These KCBs are from long time ago, and you can see that over the last 2 trading days, the gold basically touches that level and rebounded. So that's why I did tell you guys that if gold come down to all this level, right, you must look out for buying in the gold market instead. So how many of you actually bought gold at this 1762 or around there, or you're in long position now in gold and you're happy with it, right? Please put that bought, B-O-T or B-O-U-G-H-T, all right? So if you have bought gold, all right, can you key right now into the group chat so that I can see how many of you have actually, remember what I say and benefit out of it yourself, all right? Let me know. Now, the thing is this, I can tell you what to do and I give you all the numbers and tell you everything, but you can see that still people, not everyone will have bought it. It's very crazy, even that I can tell you already weeks ago about the 1762 level, and really mathematically, I even show you guys all the numbers and I tell you what to do, and I tell you that if it happened there, what should you do, and all these things I can tell you way in advance, but still people will not do it. Why, Lane? Now, the reason why people didn't buy, because the gold was coming down. Gold was coming down so fast to 1762, right? The low was 1760. So people didn't really have the confidence to buy. All right, coming down 1760, you shouldn't be buying because the price is coming down. You shouldn't catch a falling knife. But when the price rebounded from 1760 to 1762, the risk reward ratio is, you buy 1762 example, your stop loss can be placed at 1760 or 1759. So the $3 is your so-called potential risk, but the upside can be anywhere. So now if gold is trading at 1783 or 85, you're up by $25. So now your risk reward ratio by theory itself is 1 to 8. Oh my God, 1 to 8. Think about this. That is why you guys are making money in the market. Congratulations to all of you who actually made money on gold. Congratulations once again. So what happened in gold? You can see on the intraday chart, gold came down initially, then it hit the KTR -1. It went down KTR -1 like like hot knife on butter. So very fast, boom, came down. But once it hit KTR -2, it stays there. Incredibly, it stays there. Then after that itself, right, it rebounded strongly, tested the OP, and then bounced around again at the KTR. You can see that it was just basically getting itself ready for the next wave. So 1762 is a level that I mentioned to you guys, and it happened to be the KTR -2 at the same time. So 1762 was a mathematical calculation that I tell you, and KTR -2 is also 1762. Oh my God. Now later on, I'll show you one more chart, you'll blow your mind away. Right? It really will blow your mind away. Why the market rebounded at 1762 on the day itself. I tell you that. It was mind blowing. So of course, after that, gold shoot up. All the stop loss, all the people who shorted, right, got stopped out as usual, right? So that is how I always see this. How I know that? Because you can see this is a high back then, right? When a big bar gush up itself because it broke one of the intraday high, it's very clear. That means they were trying to clear away all the short sellers. This is very typical technical thing that the boys do. Very technical, all right? And I shared this before during some of the Super Tuesday, all right? So tomorrow, Super Tuesday, if you guys are interested to join, to come to office, contact Susan and book your seat, okay? All right, so let me just show to you now how the envelope over there itself. Okay, wait a minute, go. Now, this is gold right now. You can see that, this is gold. So I've told you guys that gold will come down to about 1775 region. Then mainly it's 1762, right? That is a mathematical formula. Now, today I'm going to bring it down by MA30. This is an MA30 and MA200. Okay, I'm going to write down the numbers for you guys. Now, the MA 200 now is about 1868, so slightly lower. Yeah, slightly lower. But the MA30 is a bit concerning. It's 1819. 1819 is MA30. And currently now gold is trading at 1787. Okay. So now we have seen again, when the RSI hit the 33 level, really the next day, the gold really go up. And indeed, it actually really happened. Beautiful, right? Really, it really followed to the T. So what is my personal take here? Now, my personal take is very simple. It's a BNB. So these two levels here will be my technical level to watch. If gold can stay above the high of the BNB, likely gold will go and test up again. All right. The MLP of this black bar, I can put it in and you get a number over there. That will be the resistance there. Okay, that'll be the resistance there. All right. So today MLP is around here. So as long as the market stay above today's MLP, I think gold should be going up, at least from what I'm seeing right now. Okay. All right. Now, of course, overall, the trend of gold is still coming down. But as I say, intermittently, there will always be rebound. And every rebound, you can buy it back to make back, cover your shorts and then turn some long. So like you short 3, but you buy back 3, then you go 1 long or 1.5 long to make some money out of it. It's borrowing arrows from the borrowing arrows to increase your portfolio size. Okay, that is what you should be doing. So traders, you can look out for all these key technical points that I just draw for you for support. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something that is really, really incredible. In a short moment time, it will definitely blow your mind away. This is really crazy. Okay, a moment, please. Go on. Okay, so let me just show to you now the mind-blowing stuff. Okay, let's take a look. Now, this is the mind-blowing stuff. Take a look, guys. Okay, so of course, this is the mathematic that I showed to you. Okay, so this is not the one that's going to blow your mind away. Now, you all know that, right? Fibonacci, there's a different way of using it. Okay, my way is this. When the market basically has a common support level, I usually use it as a starting point. So if I take this point as a starting point and I drag it up to the high of the gold, and this is a weekly chart, then the mind-blowing is this. See that again? Now, focus at where the 50% is. Focus at where the 50% is on the right corner. Now, once I actually put the high into it, so right, you will notice that the 50% was exactly around 1762. Oh my God. So 1762 has that on Friday has a KTR -2. 1762 was a mathematical formula. Okay, based on the percentage using the high of the highest point, do the percentage calculation. And based on Fibonacci, 1762 is the 50% mark. Oh my God. So you know what it means, right, guys? It really tells you that why did the market rebound? This is all, within the technical aspect of this. This is really nuts. So I'm going to be upfront with you guys. Very simple. Now, what will happen is this. As long as the market stays above 1762, gold will likely be challenging the next trend here. So that is about 1800 level. Okay, so if gold basically stays above 1762, gold can challenge about 1800 level. Can challenge, I'm not saying it will go there, it will challenge. But if gold closes, if any day, if gold closes, okay, closes or trades below 1762, but you can see there's no sign of rebound, then gold will go down very fast. Now, this time now, if gold come down, the 61.8 level will be a level to watch out for, because the players love 61.8 very much. So 61.8 is here, and that is about 1689 level. Now I'm going to be very clear to tell you this is very critical. 1689. Now 1689, or again, 1689 is the 50% level mark. Okay, sorry, 61.8 level mark. It's a 61.8. All right, the level is 61.8. Okay, I'm gonna write it down into the group chat for all of you. It's 1689 level. Okay, make it simple, make it 90, easier for you. Okay. All right. So if gold ever plunge below 1762, then watch out. Gold may go down all the way to 1690 level. Okay, 1690. All right, make it simple for you. Okay, 1690. Okay. Okay. So if ever gold goes down to this 1690 level, right, that is a 61.8 level. So I believe that that was where usually the market will rebound. Very clear. If the market go insane and then go lower, then I think 1660 will be a very good price for you guys to buy into gold. 1660, that is the next percentile level. That is the 5, 10, 15, 20% level. 1660, I think that's a very good price to buy. Now, of course, in history, we ever seen gold go down by more than 20%. It may go down 25, 28, 30%. But normally after that itself, it rebounds. So if you do the maths correctly and you do your capital arrangement, all these technical levels are level to, you can put your some limit order, or you can wait for it to happen and hit an alert level and consider to use it for your trading. I think this is going to be very good. And that is the also reason why am I so optimistic on what to do for gold in the coming months itself. All right. So these are the key level that traders you can consider. These are all the numbers. You can, print screen this later on and then keep it somewhere to remember. Okay. So just like how you basically buy at 1762, right? These are all the important things that you as a trader can consider for yourself. Okay. All right. Cool. See ya. Very nice. Okay. Now for silver, you can see silver is also trying itself now going up. So as long as silver can stay above the 2772 level, I also suspect silver may test. All right, but again, silver has been rejecting at the MLP level for several times. You can see that the MLP is from this black bar. So if silver can cross this point, $27.72 convincingly, then silver may go higher. Silver may go higher. But if silver still cannot go past this level itself, right? Watch out for that. Then silver may have to come back down again to revisit the MA30. Okay, to revisit the MA30, and that is about $26.89 for today. Okay, so at least all these levels, all this technical level are shared with you. Okay. Then of course, oil. All right, oil is still hovering over there. The new BNB is over here. This is a new BNB. So if oil cannot stay above the BNB support level, then oil may see some profit taking. They may see some profit taking. All right, the MA30, let me just bring up for you. The MA30 is now much higher. It's at $57.18, around there, $57.18. Okay, all right. So let's look at the gold market right now. So for today's gold, as I said to you earlier this morning, all right, as long gold stays above the opening price, gold should be able to trade higher because it's above pivot 1. But because the KSI is still red in color and the blue bars are still there, so there's some detrimental resistance on top. So traders, either you buy it cheap, right, from the bottom, or you not itself, right, be fast and nimble. So for overall expect itself, right, as long as you see a CCRY above OP, you can try to buy as long as above OP for today. But if not itself, right, then traders be careful because everything on the other side is going against the gold market today. Right, cool. All right, so because the KSI is red in color, right? So whenever you go to KTR +1 to +3, yeah, there will be some resistance, right? So let's take a look at the intraday chart to just show it to you my point here. You can see very clearly now, beautiful as is told. All right, when the market go to KTR +1, you can see beautifully it stopped there. And after that, right, it came off. You see that whatever we share, what you learn in the system really manifests. And you can see the market really hit the KTR +1 and come down. So that's why when you know the day chart KSI is red in color, you do not want to later on. It's very didn't I show that? Andrew, didn't I show the day chart just now? Okay, so this is the intraday chart, and you can see from the intraday chart itself, right? The market came off. Okay, and then that's right. When the day chart KSI is red in color, you can see that, right? The market hit the KTR +1, as we said earlier, it really come off. All right, so that's why and how powerful it is. Okay, so that is why you need to really know your trade with the boy system techniques very well. Okay, so that's the intraday chart here. Okay, so the intraday chart also share with you already. Okay, day chart, you all know what to do, lah. That's not already mentioned. So hopefully you got my point here. Okay, don't worry, Andrew. Yeah, I was thinking that. I missed it. Okay, all right, guys, this is the goal right now. Okay, so guys, my system on Bitcoin is still doing absolutely well. All right, but last night, from yesterday Sunday, our Bitcoin trades, okay, have a 50%, okay, ROI. So let me just go through this one more time motion again. First of all, once you see the KCX turning green in color on a 5-minute chart, you usually will see the red bar first. Then after that, the red bar is there. Then what happened is that you will buy. But unfortunately, the first trade didn't go well. It lose money, stop loss. That's why you have an X there. Then after that, the KCX was still there. You go for the second trade, but unfortunately, the second trade also didn't go well. Actually, it did not hit the cut loss. What's the stop loss is here. So this is actually wrong. The thing is wrong. The stop loss wasn't triggered, and eventually it go up, right? So it should be 4 wins out of 6 trades. This should be a winning trade. So sorry for that. All right. Then after that, right, you can see there's another trade over here because the KCX actually blink. So when you turn to CCRY, you buy, but unfortunately, it did not give you enough profit and stop loss was triggered. So you lose money, that was expected. But after that, again, when there's another KCX coming in, you can see that if you follow through and you do it, you make money. And again, it repeats itself. And again, the profitability comes in. So we don't have every time win trades on KCX using the on the Bitcoin. But as long as the Bitcoin bullishness is still in the market, you just have to follow it and you can actually profit from it itself. So that is whereby, the system has to be very accurate. It has to be very, very consistent. As long as consistent and it makes money overall, that is how it works. So the thing is, it's all about risk management. If you risk management yourself, every trade you do the same sizing, there'll be losses, there'll be winnings. But if the winnings are more than losses overall, not only in terms of net amount and also in terms of the run, then overall you should be making money. All right, I'm pushing very hard on AIM's side to do the helping us to reduce the spreads, but they tell me by Monday, so we will look at it how it goes from there. Okay, so again, guys, we are doing all what we can for all of you. Hopefully, just give us some more time. We can try to get it up. Okay, so before we go, let's look at Bitcoin, the day chart for today, day chart. Okay, so for this today's okay, for today's this Bitcoin, let me just confirm one more time. Okay, today Bitcoin also got no pivot. Today Bitcoin got no pivot. No pivot. Okay, so the OP will be the key point. If the market can stay above OP, then basically Bitcoin will go higher. But if the market stay below OP level, now we're seeing then Bitcoin will be going lower. Now my KCB level itself is 49,598 for now. So unless there's some changes later, if not, right, as long as the Bitcoin stay above 49,598, Bitcoin is still okay, positive. KSI is still red in color, and you can see no blue bars at the bottom. That's why it's so bullish for the Bitcoin right now. Now, I'm not going to forecast where my level will be for Bitcoin because how I know. So, of course, I will quote for you. Some trainers say 60,000, some say 66, some say 88, some say 100, 120. These are all plucking numbers from the air, put it this way. Of course, you can tell me some mathematical formula or maybe something tell you whatever. But my point is this, as long as you just follow through, right? As long as Bitcoin is bullish, if you use a KCX 5-minute chart, I think more or less for 70+% of the time, you should be able to make money. So for today, Bitcoin itself, right? As long Bitcoin stay below OP, then traders, you know that there'll be some cap for today, at least for now. Use the 5-minute chart and the KCX to make money from the Bitcoin, okay? So that is the day chart Bitcoin. Okay, all right. So that is all that I need to share with you for today. All right. End of today's MAO. Today, at least we have a thank you note here. See you again on our next session. Remember this, tomorrow MAO is at 8:30 a.m. unless there's some technical changes. Super Tuesday is tomorrow. So you come to the office. All right, there's a lot of Chinese New Year goods. Let's us eat together and finish it up. Super Tuesday is tomorrow. Register with Susan to join us. And this coming Saturday is my preview. Please support me. If you like my MAO, you know, the only way that I can continue doing MAO is that the business continue, right? So as long as you keep on supporting us through your friend's recommendation and our business continue, really, that is how we need you from you, okay? The more you support us, the longer I can stay online, the more longer that we can do this business, the more help for you, right? So, I mean, your friends, I'm sure easily 5 to 10 friends are all around you, okay? So just do me a little favor, come with more friends, okay? Support us on this coming preview. This coming preview itself, at least half an hour is catered to all the powerful charts that you don't really see online in the market. And I'm sharing with you, and I want you to be very, very careful because a lot of things may be happening from next week onwards, and you really want to profit from it. Okay, guys? So all the best. Thank you once again. I really appreciate that. Have a great day. Take care and bye-bye. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much once again. All right. May you make a lot of money from the market. Right. Thank you, guys. All the love for you guys. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Okay. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye.